Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, June the 15th market update. On the economic front, the U.S. Treasury International Capital Number for April showed foreign demand for U.S. long-term securities remain high at 83 billion. The housing market index fell to 17 for June from the 22 number in May, which was disappointing, but the National Association of Home Builders remain pretty upbeat. I think the fundamentals are definitely improving in the housing market. On deck for tomorrow are the monthly housing starts, the producer price index, industrial production, and the weekly petroleum status report. The dollar was down, gold, silver, copper, and oil were up. Light sweet crude futures were up $1.82 to settle at $76.94 a barrel. So take a look at the dollar here. You see that definitely the dollar's going lower. We've had more selling here in the last 2 days. MACD's rolling over, lower. We possibly could have support right here a little bit. We'll see if we do have support down near this area. We're nearing there now. Over to the point figure chart for West Texas Intermediate crude. Bullish price objective is now 95, and you can see we have some trend line. Could be some resistance around this $80, $79, $80 area, which we're getting close to there now. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 213 points to 10,404. S&P closed up 25 points to 1,115. NASDAQ closed up 62 points to 2305, and the Russell closed up 16 points to 668. The NASDAQ had the larger percent gain, up 2.76%. The Dow was the weakest, but of course still up at 2.10%. Volume across the indices again today was about 30 to 50% below average. And of course, it typically goes lower in the summer, but this average will level off as the summer goes on, so we'll actually have a better idea, but it's still pretty low volume. So, looking at the Dow, we had a big breakout here. We are over the 200-day. The 200-day is at 10,320, so we have broken past that. And the MACD's turn up, so it's looking pretty good. SPX. I've got a lot of stuff drawn here. We've broken out here as well, and those drawings I think are from the 60-day. Broken out here. We possibly could have resistance up near this 1120-ish or so. We'll see if that's happens, and I'll show you why on the 60-minute chart. And again, we are above the 200. The 200-day on the S&P is 1108, so we're over that. So let's go to the 60-day, 60-minute chart. MACD is staying really, really high, about as high as it's been since, I don't know, March, a long time. So it's staying real high. Now I am watching a possible, whoops, going too fast here. I'm watching a possible rising wedge here on the 60-minute chart for the S&P, which would put us up here near that 1120, 1130-ish, somewhere around there. Depends on how you draw it, but it put it up there. So I'm watching that to see if that's if that rolls us back over or what happens from there. The NASDAQ has broken out above this downtrend line and looking very strong. MACD's up. It's actually above the 30-day moving average now. And the possibly have the 50-day is up here at 2361. So up in here is the 50-day, the gold line. So, and we're at a, let's see, 2307. So we're right at where it would be a double bottom right around here. So, all right, because we've been up here before, could be some resistance. So we're watching that on the NASDAQ. Put a line across there. So here's possible double bottom confirmation as we break out higher. So we'll be watching for that. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, ascending triangle, looking pretty good. MACD's turned back up just a little bit, so gold's looking pretty good. Silver. Silver still pretty tight range, was up today. MACD's turning back up, but it's staying pretty tight there. Euro, nice bounce on the euro, up into pretty much up into near the 30-day moving average. But and again, the volume's not that great, but it's not a lot of stuff. But MACD looks good here. The VIX going lower by 9.48%, and we have bounced here the last couple of times. We got near down around this 24.10, 24.30, somewhere around there. So we watch them for that. Could be a descending triangle as well, though. XLF is right up against some resistance still. We get out a downtrend line on these financials, and financials still kind of struggling. Semis, stocks breaking out higher today from the downtrend line. Had this descending type triangle building, broke out today. Looks really good. Let's go look at the McClellan oscillator. Come on. Okay, the NYSE McClellan, very overbought, 79.56. So, all right, and this is the NYSE. There's a couple of McClellans. Some people use the NASDAQ or whatever, but this is the NYSE McClellan. So we're definitely in overbought territory now. Let's go over to the sectors. All 16 sectors follow, finish in the green today. The semi-index had the largest percent gain again today, up 5.54%. Retail index was the weakest, but of course still up 1.27%. Over to ChartWatch, some old ones and some new ones. C-Trip, very strong, breaking out of this triangle today. Huge volume. The Cirrus Logic, breaking out of its triangle today with volume. Yum Brands had already broken out of the triangle, but it's headed higher. Probably going to at least get back up to that 44 high. LRCX breaking out of the triangle today with huge volume. Dolby Laboratories, watch for a breakout here higher. It could be ascending triangle up against a resistance area. It's touched here several times now. So again, watch, you could short or long, depends on what happens tomorrow. Rax, could be a double bottom. Watch for that here. And watch for it to take out today's high, and should have a double bottom there if it confirms. Corning, watch for a breakout higher here above about 1875. It's had a lot of volume coming in on GLW. Owens Corning had a triangle. It had already broken out, and it's going higher today, so looking pretty good. Broadcom up against a previous area of resistance. Got lots of volume today, so watch for a breakout or a rejection. A-Run, we've been watching this one. Had broke out already. Tons of volume coming in here. This thing seems like it wants to go a lot higher, so possibly any dips you might want to buy it. Crocs breaking out higher, looking good. This isn't real liquid, but breaking out here. It had like a quadruple top breakout. Double bottom here, very nice. So might want to keep an eye on this one, a little bit cheaper one. Voltar semiconductor, well, Volterra, sorry, breaking out higher. Looks nice. Eric talked about it yesterday. Hope some people caught it. Big breakout higher today. Talked about this yesterday as well. IR breaking out of the triangle today. Very nice. There's a lot of stuff to chase today. Rhino breaking out above the downtrend line today with tons of volume. Looking good. Cree breaking higher today. Looks good. Skyworks Solution breaking out higher out of the triangle, which it already tried to here. Did it today. Higher. Looks good. Bed Bath & Beyond. Another triangle type pattern. Breaking higher today. About average volume, not too bad. Devon broke higher today. It's touched here above the downtrend line, so it's kind of getting interesting here. Still like ESI, can't seem to budge anywhere. Still like this one as a short. I'd still keep some shorts on my list. Who knows what the market's going to do every day? Well, it may go higher for days, or we may not. Who knows? FCX struggling here. Can't seem to get over this downtrend line. Another possible short. Keep your eye on it. And for solar, big move higher today. Tons of volume. Of course, I'm sure a lot of it's short covering because I know people have been short because look at all this selling here. So I still like a possible bear call spread. Might wait here another couple of days. Possibly a July one now up into this area here in short vertical. Might want to keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at the current market signals. Follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P. The Dow went back on a point and figure buy signal day, and so did the S&P. Nasdaq's not quite there yet. So if we look at the Dow, so bullish price objective, new price objective is 11,650. Of course, it all depends on the headline, you know, the news. So headline risk. So of course, it doesn't automatically happen that we're going to get here. So, but a nice breakout here. and I had a double top breakout. Here we got some resistance up here near the 10,005, what, 50 to 600 area. Whoops, but back on a buy signal nonetheless. SPX, same thing, broke out. This is actually a triple top breakout. And a lot of times if they just go out, if they break out by one box and they'll reverse, and it's just it's just a bull trap. So we'll be watching for that. It does happen sometimes. So, but a breakout back on a buy signal, and NASDAQ is almost there on a buy signal. NASDAQ, if it prints this next, takes out this prior column, so we need to print 2,310, and the NASDAQ will go back on to a buy signal. We need to print this box right here, 2,310. All right, that is it for today, and thanks for watching.